Welcome back to In Hood Fishing, everybody. That's the full moon, but this is the morning of the 21st. It is just a little bit after 2:48 here in October. So why am I out here? Normally over the years I wouldn't fish a full moon, but we're going to fish it tonight, so we're going to go at it a certain way. Full moons affect the tide. We're going to try to fish the high tide. That's supposed to be at 3:49 a.m. this morning, so we're out here a little early because we want to fish it before it gets to its highest point and fish it as it starts to drop. Why? Well, in some places you wouldn't want to fish a tide that is affected by the moon because it's going to make it higher and lower, which means current, stronger current. It's harder to fight. Won't be such a problem out here in the Mississippi River. Should be interesting. Sometimes bait will come in closer. Some places are better to fish when it's a little higher, closer in. Fish might come in and feed off that bait that is closer in. So that's what we're going to do this morning. We're going to target close in with big baits and small baits, and we're going to throw for skipjack to see if they're around. Might be slow, might be good, but I think fishing the high tide during this full moon is probably my best bet. So come on, let's stop talking and let's get at it. I'm going to cruise down the levee a little bit to get to that area that I like. That it's kind of snaggy, but there's structure. It's a good place for bait. Bait likes to get up in there. Trying out new headlamps tonight that were featured in the video before this. We're getting spotted by a ship over here too. He's wondering what the hell I'm doing. So yeah, this is something Fred sent. Thank you so much. We got a couple other things that Fred sent in that fan mail number 14 video before here. We're close to the Port Authority. That's why we're getting spotted. He's like, who is this? Hopefully there's no one down here. Port Authority's still spotlighting me. This is totally a public area. There's no curfew. I think he's just being snarky with that floodlight. Bored, probably. Well, I don't know what's up, but he won't stop spotting me, and he keeps putting on the blue lights. I feel like he's going to cause a problem. I've been down here at all hours before and never had any problems, but gonna leave that beach altogether. I think they've been having problems with people partying late at night there. That's just what I've heard. Not that I've really ran into that kind of thing there. Maybe that's why that guy's being kind of a dick about it, but I'm not really gonna sit there and work if I'm getting spot lit and red and blue lights keep flashing like he's trying to tell me something. Don't need any problems tonight, so we'll go somewhere where that's not gonna happen. I've come down deep into the anchorage to a spot where I recently caught a bull shark in this area. So we brought 2 rods for cats. We're gonna fish 2 different baits. We're gonna fish cut bait and we're gonna fish night crawler. Now we got 2 different rigs, but they're fairly the same. One is a slip rig and the other is a slip rig, but this one is on 40-pound test. That's the main line. 3 ounces is the no roll slip rig. 50-pound mono is the leader, and that's an 8/0 octopus style circle hook. The other one is 20-pound high-vis slime line. That's the main line. We're only going to use 1 ounce of lead because we're going to fish this really close in. Both are going to be close in, but one closer than the other. 20-pound is the leader. 1/0 is the hook, and that's a whole night crawler wadded up on that. 2 rods for catfish and 1 for throwing stuff for white bass and skipjack or whatever. That is a sumo spoon, chartreuse color, that I showed in the fan mail video. It's double hooked. Now that's on a Carolina rig. There's my slip weight. I think I'm using a 1/4. Everything's 10-pound test for this. I'm going kind of light. This is my medium light rod by Okuma with a Daiwa reel. As you can see, we're fishing on the rocks here. This is looking like a good area. The tide is in here pretty good. I've got both lines cast out already. One of the advantages, besides the disadvantage being, oh, we're getting a bite on the night crawler already. That is awesome. The advantage is the light. There's a lot of light cascading here, not just the full moon. The disadvantage is the noise from the ship, but it shouldn't be that big of a deal. We're already getting some action on the night crawler. Don't see any like bait getting busted out there, but we'll see. If this area doesn't do that great and we get a little more on into the morning, we'll go back to where I wanted to go, because maybe the closer we are to pre-dawn, the less likely whoever that was in the Port Authority ship is going to be having a problem with me being there. I'm kind of upset about that, but it is what it is. This is getting bites here, so I'm okay. Finally, it is well past 5 a.m. now, and I haven't been sitting here watching just nothing. It's been one bite after another. The worm line is now the gut bucket line, because it was just getting stripped left and right. The cup bait line, this rod that we're pulling this fish on, has had 1,000 bites. A little exaggeration there, but one bite after another. I've had to drop the hook size. We went from an 8/0 down to a 6/0 octopus style circle hook. And now we finally have the first fish of this session. And if you guessed gaff top, woo, you got it. Okay, I think we are hooked up again. Feels a little bigger than that first fish. It's running to the right. Huh. Wonder, is this a gaff top? I mean, I'm guessing that it is, but it is really running to the right more than I've ever experienced a gaff top run. It just beaver tailed, whatever it is. It's a gaff top for sure. It is just much bigger than the first gaff top. Pretty decent. A few pounds. Back where I actually wanted to fish. Yes, look at that. That's not the sumo spoon, but that is a little white bass. Yeah, you're right. Pretty awesome. I've been out here at this spot because I saw a monster fish, so I got a big headpiece out there. Thought I'd start trying for something, and we got us a little white bass. Woo! It is time to call it, man. It's almost 9 o'clock, and I just had to stop myself. Yeah, you're right. So, whew. Overall, I would say interesting session. Yeah, you're right. It was long. Learned a lot. Hope you did too. Thanks for watching, guys, and subscribing, and I'll see you next time.